If there's one thing that I'm sick and tired of hearing about recently is all of this transgender and LGBT stuff. Oh my gosh. So basically, what am I talking about here? It's just like back when I transitioned, you didn't really hear anything about this. Now it's like to the point where it is politicized. And this is where I have such a big problem with this. And I think that's why a lot of people are very dislike some transgender people, because of this whole political ideology that has formed. Democrat versus Republican. Guess what? You both suck. Both of you freaking suck, okay? So here's the thing. These political people, these politicians, Democrat and Republican, both of them, are using transgender kids as pawns. It's literally a fight for your kids. Like the Democrats are all for, make the kids transgender again. Okay, that is their motto pretty much. Like allow the kids to assume whatever gender that they wish to, and allow them to transition at a young age. I have been against that because I know for me personally that if I transitioned when I was young, I would not be the same person I am today. So I thank those difficult times and those hard struggles to be able to be the person I am today. Not to mention, there's no way to actually prove someone is transgender. So if you can't necessarily prove it, you shouldn't use something to remedy a situation that you don't know to be true if they could grow out of it or something changes within them, okay? You can't prove it, so don't treat it as such. Okay, wait for them to be 18 years old or above to make their own decision about being, transitioning. Okay? And because the Democrats have brought it up so much, now you have the Republicans counteracting that, passing bills, making laws like there shall be no discussion or talk about, transgender policies or transitioning of youth, which, again, I don't think the government has any right to step in anywhere. Okay, I think under very rare circumstances should a child transition, but it's like such a small, minute number of people who are transgender. Why is this such a big issue that both the Democrats and Republicans are bringing up? I mean, the other thing is here also allowing kids to learn about sexuality and transgenderism and LGBT stuff when they're literally they haven't even hit puberty yet. It's like, what is the purpose for that? Tell me what the purpose is for that. A child who has not gone through puberty yet has no right to learn about what my life is, okay? And me being transgender. No, okay? It's when you're old enough to comprehend sexuality that you're able to understand your body, and that, okay, I am a male, I am a female, I feel like a male, I feel like a female. Oh, wait a second, maybe a certain kid here and there doesn't necessarily feel that they're a male or a female. Maybe they feel as though their body is one thing and their mind is something else. Or maybe they feel, I'm not attracted to women when I'm a man, so I must be gay, right? Allow the kids to learn on their own, and then teach them once they start to become curious. The moment you were teaching them prior to that, I have such a big issue with, because they don't need to know. That is not... Just think about your own life when you were younger. When you were a kid, were you thinking about, am I gay? Am I trans? Oh my gosh, LGBT, trans lives matter, LGBT lives matter. No, you were not thinking about those things, and those things to a kid should not be and are not important at all. What is important is allowing the kid to be a kid, allowing them to play, allowing them to do things that kids would do. Only when you start to hit puberty is when that whole conversation starts to come up, and only then should that discussion be had with the parents, or if you send your kids to school, that's a whole nother thing. But it's like, why? And again, this is all politicized. It's all politicized. You have Democrats pushing for a certain policy here and there to teach kids younger and younger about it, which I don't agree with. And then you have Republicans pushing back and saying, we're going to ban this, we're going to ban that. And again, government has no right to do either. Government should not be involved in your life whatsoever. But it makes it, I think this is the reason why some people now hate transgender people so much. Okay? Because you can have people who are on the Republican side, okay? People who are, really far right people who are going to hate transgender people and LGBT people now because of the politicization that is brought about by the politicians, by the Democrats, by the Republicans bringing it up, and then the actual people who are Republican are now going to hate people such as myself. Whereas if this was not politicized at all, you would not have this issue. Tell me I am wrong about that, but I just see, it's like if this was never a politicized issue, if this was something back when I was, starting to transition that, you heard about it here and there because it is a very rare thing. You should not be hearing about it nonstop. You hear about it occasionally. Oh, this person transitioned, that person transitioned. There you go. Pretty rare. It's not a very common thing. It's rare. If that's how it was and that's how it stayed, I think you would find many more people accepting of transgender people, mostly people who are Republican and on the right. But because it's become so politicized, I feel as though more and more people are going to hate people such as myself. So I'm just please, stop all this politicization of LGBT people and transgender people. Just let people live their lives and stop making all these dang laws and rules about teaching kids who are really young and then banning all this stuff. Just allow kids to be kids and then have the parent talk with them when they start to hit puberty. And only then should they live as their birth sex up until they're able to make a decision when they're 18 years of age to transition or not. That is my philosophy there. I don't understand why that's so bad or offensive, because some people will find it offensive and really bad. Like, oh my gosh, you're hurting trans kids. Like, really? I'm hurting myself. If I transitioned when I was young, I would be hurting myself because I would not allow myself to fully grow and mature as I am now. The reason why I am so happy with who I am now is because I had to face those hard times. Tell me I am wrong about that. All you transgender people who are watching me, or all you gay or lesbian people who are watching me, tell me that the hard times that you went through to become the person you are today didn't make you stronger. Of course they did. So never take them for granted and be thankful that you have them, because people who are transitioning so early now, I don't think it's a good thing. I really do not. So that's just my take on this. Let me know what your opinions are on this, and I'll catch you later. Okay, bye-bye.